Hey guys, it's Chase, and we are here again for number 2 of the Down on Movies podcast. That's just me. I can't handle myself, I'm sorry. But welcome back, the lovely panel of judges here. We have Michael.
Hello.
And Starla.
Hello.
And Caitlin.
Hey.
And then we have me, of course, your lovely host for the evening.
Fearless leader.
I am. Thank you very much. I will do the honor. But thank you guys real quick for all the support of the first one. It means the world, and I had a lot of good feedback, and a lot of people have watched it. So I appreciate everybody who has watched it. And if you haven't, burn. Oh my gosh! All right, I get a little dark. Okay, so on this week's episode, we're trying to come up with these ideas ahead of time. That way, we have some time to think about it. And it's actually entertaining, at least for the topic. So the first one is going to be the most anticipated movie of 2015 because it's a new year and new movies. So all right, so I guess I'll start us off. Anyone have anything to say before we go? All right.
No.
So, okay. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have time for today. No one's here for that. So
It's just you.
it's just me. Yeah. They're actually here via satellite. They'll
Right.
get the feed in through. So later. Okay. So yeah. So I'll start us off. I guess since no one else has anything to encouraging words of praise. So basically, my my movie I'm most excited about this year to continue on from podcast 1. Is the Avengers Age of Ultron. You know, everyone knows that yesterday the new trailer posted, and I am like a giddy pig when it comes to that because I'm so excited.
Good choice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. See, somebody gives a shit. I'm just talking to the wall. I don't know where everybody is right now. But
I'd sit with you.
thank you. We'll go on a mandate. These
All
ladies.
right.
I plan on seeing.
I'm excited for it.
All right.
All right. Well, but basically, I think, this trailer is a good tease because it gives you the Hulkbuster suit. It gives somebody to go against the Hulk because he's just a ball of emotion and everyone loves him. And we get our first look at Ultron. I know when they first cast James Spader, I'm not a huge fan of his, and it just...
See, if you had seen Pretty in Pink, then you would know he's the perfect villain.
Yeah. Don't forget The
I
Office.
have seen Pretty in Pink, and The Office is a reason why I don't like it. And I know that was his character, but there's something about him. It's his face. I don't know. It's something about him I'm just not a big fan of.
He's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's a little weird. Yeah, kind of
But
weird.
that's why he's good as a villain. He's built-in creepy.
Yeah.
James, he
This
came
is
out
true.
the womb creepy. His mom was scared the instant of holding him as a child.
Yes.
Well,
She thought he was stalking.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and back to that. I'm not a huge James Spader fan, but when we finally got a glimpse of Ultron and you get to hear him talk, I think it kind of gave him the life that he needed. I think James Spader is a perfect choice now that
like
I've got to
Bane
hear him.
could have been.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn.
Well, the
Too
voice
soon.
part,
Too soon.
they had to work a lot on Bane's voice, and I think it wasn't as intimidating as it should have been. It came off more...
I'm here. Well, that was really squeaky. That was
How old
prepubescent
is
Bane.
Bane?
Yeah.
Is that nursing
That
home
was teen
Bane?
Bane. Yeah. Prepubes. But he gave Ultron the perfect voice. I think that whole they took a child's tune, right? It's a child.
From
Like
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pinocchio.
so they got that no strings on me, and they made it very kind of dark and very ominous. And I think Ultron did very well, and James Spader did very well at bringing that in there. You get to see all of our favorite heroes look a little bit more dark, a little bit more grim. It's a little more sad, I think, and I think that's some superhero movies need because as much as I love the first Avengers, I think they a lot more jokes. You know what I mean? Like they did good at making jokes and all that, and it fit well.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be more serious, where you need to fear the world that people live in because really honestly, like those aliens that come down from New York should have been terrifying, but it just I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it was the getting to know you movie.
yeah, it was the
So-
getting to know you. Now we know of everybody. This is going to be based off of Captain America 2, so it'll be right after Winter Soldier, and they're still
Yeah.
the Shield kind of having a rift or whatever. And now everyone's going to be back.
Civil
So yeah, and they're just going to be setting up for Civil War, and of course
Yep.
the Infinity Gauntlet, all that stuff.
Yep.
And I'm excited for Scarlet Witch and
Quicksilver.
I hate that you can't call them mutants because it's
Oh, yeah.
it's a little irritating that they can't just get over the fact that mutant's a word. It's like what's his face?
It's a trademark.
Yeah, it's a trademark. It's like you're fired with what's his face?
Oh yeah, Trump.
Yeah, Donald
Yeah.
Trump. So
The Super Bowl. You can't say the Super Bowl. You have to say the big game
the big
or
game.
something
Big
else.
game.
Yeah.
But but overall, I'm very excited about it. I think all y'all can agree that it's going to be pretty epic, hopefully, and DC has a lot to catch up with coming up in the next few years.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what they
It's
can
not
do.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Hey,
Especially with their no joke policy, I think that's ridiculous.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the jokes are built in with just some of.
Yeah, I was gonna say the jokes are the movies themselves. That's how they get back at the companies and everything.
Right.
But so Age of Ultron is my choice. I'm very excited, and hopefully, with Civil War coming up and Infinity Gauntlet, they can work this all out with Sony and get the rights back to some of the good characters that are supposed to be big parts of the next storylines that they have. And I read something today that actually Andrew Garfield, I think, is not coming back as Spider-Man anyway.
Yeah, they're going to try to reboot it.
Yeah, so regardless, they're getting rid of Andrew.
They're rebooting the reboot?
They're rebooting the reboot of the reboot.
Because they didn't want him as it, they wanted somebody else.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a big character in the Civil War.
Well, I didn't think Andrew Garfield was the problem.
He wasn't. Honestly,
I thought he did good.
He did good enough to stay Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but a lot of, because it tanked, they expected, because he's in it for it to do good, but they're not looking at the writing and the director, and they're not looking at everything else. Yeah. It's all Andrew Garfield's fault. Yeah. So
poor guy.
I know, right?
I thought he was enjoyable. I liked Emma Stone.
Yeah.
And Shailene Woodley was supposed to be Mary Jane for the new one.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
she was supposed to be Mary Jane for the third one. So
they're not going to do a third one.
I think
it's
shelved for now. It's up in the air. We'll see.
Like
wow.
What's the other team up they were doing with the villains? I've already forgotten.
Oh,
that's what I'm interested in.
The Sinister Six.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be doing a Sinister Six
So I won't
movie.
be able to see more of that disembodied head floating?
No more Paul Giamatti. I know this is just basically it's podcast one over again. So, what is the least favorite Marvel movie? No, all right, well, so that is mine again, and I'm not going to sit here and ramble, but because we got a lot of good ones to go through. Michael, we'll go to you next.
Absolutely. So my most anticipated movie of 2015 is a little independent film called Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think it's pretty new.
It's
got a small budget.
And J.J. Barea is the director.
He is.
Oh, wait, that's a Dallas
I think it's a
player.
basketball player.
Oh, my bad.
So that's all right. But no, I'm a huge Star Wars geek. I sleep with a Star Wars pillow, and after that comment, probably alone.
I was going to say, Michael, that's your wife. That's not a Star Wars pillow.
Aww.
Sorry.
I was just wearing a Star Wars shirt.
It's a Star Love pillow.
Yeah. But no, it's probably the biggest movie to come out in the past 10 years, I would say.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other one that would top this.
Compared to Star Wars, Age of Ultron is the B team. But because it's been so long for a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And I think they realized that because, one's in what, May?
Yeah.
And then Star Wars is in December. They're not going to try and compete for each other. They're not.
Yeah, ultimately, if you're a movie fan, 2015 is going to be epic because there's so many good movies, hopefully, come out that everyone's so excited about that if they end up turning garbage, then there's no hope. But
and I'm excited that J.J. Abrams is doing it because I thought he did a good job with the Star Trek reboot.
Yeah.
J.J.
He did good.
Abrams is doing pretty well so far.
He did Lost, so I kind of love him and then hate him there at the end.
yeah, exactly. The first 2 hours of Star Wars is going to be great. And the last 30
then it's all going to fall apart.
But I don't think he wrote it. When he produced at the end, like the last little bit, he was like...
He did a little writing, but it was that Damon...
For the good seasons.
Damon Lenhoff, I think was...
Something weird.
Yeah. And then another thing I'm excited about is they're using lots of practical effects.
Yes.
Versus all the CG stuff.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy set a tone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that little droid from the trailer, someone actually made that. That's not CG. Someone built that.
That's perfect. Well, they're going old school. Yeah. I almost want him to just reboot 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Just to just the same movie, or edit some things out in practical things.
Or deboot the special editions and take out all
Disney,
the...
Well, y'all did say that
Disney
they're supposed to bring out the originals not touched.
There's a petition,
Yeah,
right?
there's a petition, and I think... And if I know Disney, and I think I do, they are going to release... They're going to want to coincide releasing the original untouched ones.
It's around Christmas.
Ultimate box set for $250.
Yeah.
And all the lamos that went out and bought the one that is available, and I'm looking at you, Jake.
I was going to say, I feel like you're looking at me.
Will be forced to rebuy them just because they don't want to shame themselves.
But to be fair,
anything you say right now is going to not make you look good.
No, to be fair, it was $25 for one, and the other one I got for free for buying them.
I know Star Wars fans out there that wouldn't take them if they were free and they had $1 taped to the front of them.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit. Back,
no, do not.
I call bullshit.
So all of the ones out now are edited?
The original trilogy.
They added in a lot of extra special effects when CG really, really looks bad.
Lucas.
So they've got like what is meant to be Jabba waddling around,
yeah.
and he looks awful. It looks like I drew a green blob and taped him next to a picture of Harrison Ford.
Lucas said,
this is Jabba and Han having a conversation.
Lucas said that the movie that, the original one, was not the movie he wanted to release. So he's always wanted to go back and fix it. And then when all this technology came out, he got excited. But
even though what he didn't
was
want
perfect.
was perfect because everyone loved what he put
out.
I
think once you release that, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to everybody else.
Yeah.
And
it belongs to the people who gave him all the money he has.
But Lucas, but he doesn't care. George Lucas,
care about that.
That's why he's sold. He's like, you know what? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I want people to stop blaming me. I don't care anymore. Just get out of here.
Yeah.
It just made him hate him more.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But there is that movie coming out that he wrote, which I know everyone has.
Oh, the animated thing?
Probably that was second on your list, Chase.
Star Whores. It's a George Lucas porno.
What is it called?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
It's animated and it's in the forest, and that's all I know.
That's the weirdest thing I've heard all
day.
George Lucas writing an anime in the forest.
Yeah.
Or based in the forest. Yeah, was he in the forest writing it? Yeah, he's in a little Wookiee tree.
Yeah, he wasn't actually in the forest, I don't think.
He could have been.
It might have been the inspiration.
He could have been. So.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to talk?
And of course, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill are back, so that's awesome.
To be fair, do you think Harrison Ford will actually show up? Or do you think he's going to be...
Hey, he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
So he's got to...
He has no choice. He's just going to be in the corner on a wheelchair.
You
got it.
Yeah. I'm excited. Something has forced Mark Hamill to have to care about how he looks again.
Yeah.
Except I saw a picture and he has a beard, so that's how they're going to hide his chinneck.
Well, they're trying to Obi-Wan.
You're thinking of Lucas.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
You're thinking of Lucas.
If he just goes,
because Obi-Wan.
Yeah, no, I know. He's gonna look
as an elderly Jedi Master.
He's gonna be the Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But I almost would prefer him to go out there and just speaking Joker lines from the animated Batman series.
That's true. He has had
he's had some success. You know what? Mark Hamill has stayed around and relevant for a long time, and I commend him. I mean, he may not physically be on the screen, but he's been voiced on the screen for a long time. Lots of things. So, all right. Well, anything? Closing statements?
No. Go Star Wars.
All right. Go Star Wars. I love you. Yeah.
I love you, Han Solo.
My God. All right. So next, Miss Starla Erieberry.
Well, I love scary movies, and I prefer.
Yeah. What's a scary movie?
I went with scary instead of horror because I have to emphasize it so much to make sure everyone understands what type of movies I love.
Those kind of movies.
Yeah. Horror.
Now,
don't let her fool you.
Yeah, this is true. But we were going through and watching some of the trailers for the movies coming out this next year, and I got really tickled about It Follows. It's supposed to come out the end of March. It was actually made last year, but stuff happens. It's coming out this year.
So you lose by default.
No.
It was recorded in 1975. It was lovely.
I double checked, so it is coming out this year. But it looks to be very kind of slasher, supernatural, very moody, very dark. Kind of the intro to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Don't let that discredit me. But the intro was very hey.
What are you waiting for, huh? That's what the producers were saying last year when they filmed it.
If it's a fraction,
release it.
If it's a fraction as beautiful as Ryan Felipe is in that movie, that's fine. But it does look really good. It's supposed to be this teenage girl has a romantic encounter, and from there on, she is. Romantic encounter. I'm being PG.
The P and the V for all you youngins out there.
And after she's followed by this being, it can take the shape of anything. It could be people she knows, people she doesn't know, and you don't really know
that's kind of creepy.
What it is or what it will do to her, or if she can live with it. The only advice that she's given is to pass it on. So it's a little bit like
The Ring.
Yeah, that type of vibe. That to get rid of the curse, you have to pass it on to somebody else. And what does that mean? And it promises. It's got a very good buzz about it. It promises to be very good. I'm excited. I'm nervous because I know how it runs with scary movies. I mean, the trailer can be awesome, and then the movie can be just an extended version of the trailer.
Well, and plus the problem is I don't like seeing... I mean, we all, as a horror fan, you can admit, I don't like seeing horror movies in the theater as much anymore because of the kids that go...
You're just going to the wrong theater.
Because you get... basically. But you go and all you hear is just every 2 seconds, it's like the opening credits talking about popcorn and chocolate. And they're like, oh! And get weird and start freaking out.
He'll kill you!
He'll die, run, bitch! So, I mean, it gets really weird in theaters lately. So I'm just... My tolerance is I'm turning into a hermit. I just want to stay in my room and just watch a movie when it comes out to Blu-ray or DVD or whatever.
This is true.
Because I'm getting tired of dealing with other people.
Yeah.
The world is getting too big.
But we will seek out the right theater.
Yes, we will have a good time.
Yes.
We're going to all get a loan out and build our own just for us.
Should.
It won't make a profit. It'll be closed down in a week. But it's going to be just for us, and for a week straight, we will get to see some of the best movies possible. We will only be open. Actually, we're only going to be open like 10 days a year, and it's only going to be on the premiere of all the movies we want to see, that we desperately want to see, and we'll make it happen. We'll call it Starla, Michael, and Caitlin Movie Theater Experience.
What about you?
The Ubergerson Experience.
I do the popcorn.
Oh, okay.
I don't get my name on the logo.
All right.
I'm the silent partner.
Oh gosh. Everyone knows that's not true.
How dare you, madam? But yeah, okay. So anything else you'd like to get? Because if you haven't seen the trailer, what else would you say to sell this movie? Do you have anything else you'd want to say to sell it?
I think if you're a fan of vintage scary movies, not Vintage Orton. Chase got excited.
Vintage Orton for all you WWE fans out there. That's Vintage Orton. That was a horror movie out of nowhere.
It has a very kind of, I don't know, I get tickled about it looks like a young cast. I'm an old broad. It's exciting seeing a young cast.
30's cool.
Very kind of Halloween, Friday the 13th type vibe to it. I'm very excited about it.
It looks very cool.
Okay, and that's good. I mean, because honestly, for all you listening out there, and this is only the second experience you've had with Starla and Michael, if you saw their home, no joke, it is Star Wars. They have a whole Star Wars room. They have horror pictures signed they have posters signed from all these horror people that they've gone and met, and they genuinely love. And so they're not just trying to bullshit you like, oh, Star Wars because it's a popular answer, or horror because everyone else has a Marvel or something else. Like, no, these are genuine answers of fans. So if they are not good, they will. You know who to blame. No, but they will not be happy. So when you listen to them, don't be like, oh, they don't really care. But no, they genuinely care. So this is honest, honest Nancy here. So
yes.
All right, so Miss Silent Ball herself, Caitlin. Let's get to your answers.
Let's not start off like that.
Okay, here she is, Miss Caitlin Simpson.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's what I was looking for.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, she's walking down the red carpet, twiddling her sides. She's
twiddling.
She's curtsying at the door. Yeah, she's bowing. All right.
So my most anticipated movie of 2015 is going to be The Mockingjay Part 2. I've read all of the Hunger Games books, and I'm really excited to see what they do with the second part of The Mockingjay. That's the part where most of the action happens in the book. It's a really long book, actually, and the best part
10 inches to be exact.
The best part was
oh, wait, the book. My bad.
Wow.
Okay, no.
Things got weird in this room all of a sudden.
Pull your pants up. Chase.
Oh, my bad.
We've had enough.
What she called me out? Yeah. I'm going to go to bed.
Jeez, that's a good idea. No.
Again, Mom, Dad, your little girl made it again. That joke is being reused, of course.
Anyway, the best part of the book was probably the second half, because the first part they're still having to introduce everybody of what's going on in the Mockingjay, how they have their new thing and district. I don't know what to call it.
They're anarchy rebellion of sorts.
Yes. That works.
Well, I mean, they're rebels. They're going against what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, they're rebelling against Snow, right? Is that his name?
They're rebelling against the Empire.
President Snow.
Just like Star Wars.
And the capital is against the
Star Wars
capital
Episode 7, The Mockingjay Part 2.
They didn't like how things went in the in Catching Fire when Katniss shot the force field and it came down and ruined their little arena for the Hunger Games. So now they're having to rebel against them because they're all freaking out and trying to take control. So it's pretty exciting, but the way they started out was just having to basically introduce everybody and show what was going on with them all threatening each other and, coming after all the districts that are now grouped in District 13. And now they're having to figure out what they're going to do to strike back and also to save PETA because he's brainwashed as far as they're concerned. So I'm really excited to see how they do with the second half of the book because a lot happens in that part. And for those of you who have read it, makes me nervous.
And for those of you who haven't seen it, Starlet Michael, spoiler alert. Spoiler.
No, it makes me really nervous to see how close they get to the books, but they've done really well so far.
And rest in peace to Philip Seymour Hoffman, because
yes,
he was a huge part in the Mockingjay Part 1 and Catching Fire. So I'm curious how they're going to handle it for the second half.
Had they finished filming the
second
part when
they're done. Yeah,
when he died?
They were still filming it when he died. So
I wonder if that's going to be an issue or how
they finished the first movie.
Are they going to Heather O'Rourke it in Poltergeist 3 and just shoot him from behind? Or somebody that looks similar,
or like Paul Walker and his brother, his brother's
have somebody who looks like him.
Or they'll do Tron Legacy, and they'll just have a whole CGI Philip Seymour Hoffman. But it may be. I mean, if they do good with it,
and maybe technology has improved enough. But
I mean, it's been 5 years since that, so I mean, if maybe if they just limit it, don't have him talking a lot, don't have him moving around a lot, use the scenes they had. Show a CGI him in the corner sitting quietly, and because
like
okay, well, because like realistically, they had those CGI with the little pixelated versions of like Michael Jackson and projections and stuff.
Yeah. The hologram.
So basically, I mean, if they did something similar to that, but not, I mean, because the hologram looked more real Michael Jackson than Jeff Bridges did in Tron Legacy. So I think if they could kind of find a good balance of that. They could at least put him in there enough to finish the movie, but maybe just limited capacity of what he had if he was still alive. So we'll see.
We'll see.
It's a shame. Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah. But again, and Caitlin is genuinely a fan of Hunger Games. So see, we all got genuine fans of these movies.
Yes.
We're excited about. So.
There's something at stake here.
Yes. And she's been begging me to read the books every day. She wanted me to read the Mockingjay book before we see the second one this year, and I was like, no, because I want to be surprised.
You're going to read it. You need to read all of them. You need to find out what's going on.
What's going on? No, just kidding. All right. So, anyone have anything to comment on each other's movies before?
Yeah, great choices.
Yeah,
well done.
I'm excited about every movie everybody talked about.
Yeah.
Let's just hope they're good. I think Hollywood these days get very big for their britches.
Yeah.
Well, Marvel and Star Wars are going to make money regardless.
Yeah.
Well, and Hunger Games too.
Yeah, it's like I think every one of these movies is going to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Because,
so let's hope it actually honors the fans because
that's the only concern.
Because I mean, look at the time difference between like your movie is something probably completely different. They're going somewhere new. So and Horde genuinely does well. And I think if they, I don't know when did it say the release date or anything like
March
that.
March 27th.
Okay. Hopefully that's a good kind of thing for because I know movies like horror movies do generally better around October, September, August. Those 3 months it does really well. So I get nervous for slasher and things kind of those kind of movies.
Just peppering them in.
Yeah. Like Ouija was in like August or something.
When did Oculus come out? Wasn't that kind of earlier in the year?
Something like that. Or Ouija was like November. I don't remember when that was. But it was in a weird spot. Like why is it out now? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So we'll see on that. But all these are gonna be very good. So all right, we got the first round over. Everybody good? Everyone pumped? Potty break?
No, we're doing good.
All right, guys. So for your benefit, I'm holding it in right now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so now topic number 2 is going to be one that I'm curious to hear some answers. And if you want to comment along in the comment section, you let us know your movie that you can watch over and over again and not get tired of watching it. And so I guess anyone else want to start it off first?
Nope. It's your turn.
Oh, I'm nervous. No. All right. Well, so yeah, basically, movie you can watch over and over again. I narrowed it down to 2 because they're very polar opposites. Since I have to choose one, I'd probably have to say WALL-E. I love Pixar, I love Disney, and I love, just simple movies. They don't need a lot to them. It's like my favorite movie of all time is Casablanca, and it's very weird for people to understand that, but I couldn't watch that a lot because there's just, it's a different time, all that stuff. But with WALL-E, I think it's about this little robot. He doesn't talk. He doesn't do a whole lot. His job is to basically clean trash off the earth. Like, that's all he does. And then finally he gets personality. He's different than all the other same WALL-E robots. And he makes friends with a cockroach. He likes picking up objects. He doesn't know what it is, but he wants to keep it. He listens to just old music, and it's relaxing. It's enjoyable. I just can sit there and watch it, and it'd just be awesome. It's like I don't have to think about it. I can just sit there and watch this little robot pick up trash and be excited to find a lighter. He finds a lighter and just sits there and flicks it for like 5 minutes, and it's exciting. I don't have to worry about a lot.
And there's no dialogue for the first 30
30, 40 minutes. Because even probably longer because he goes that whole time alone, and then he meets Eve. And she barely talks because she just is like, WALL-E, and then that's all it is. And then finally they meet humans, it's just a good kind of statement, but in a fun way, because it shows all the humans off the earth. They didn't want to have to pick up their own garbage, and so it's them in these spaceships just letting themselves go, eating and drinking and just riding around these little machines where they don't have to walk, and so they're just getting huge and huge over time. And it's just kind of like, this is what people are doing. They're just not taking care of themselves. They're just not really thinking about anything, and it's just a nice, fun little thing. In a cartoon, and it's just very enjoyable. So I can watch it and just never get bored of it, because again, it's kind of hard to get be like, I remember all the lines from WALL-E. I don't think there's anyone who can say that because they don't say anything. Like, it's fun to watch, and I love I don't know what movie he's watching, but he watches some old movie and then records a song.
Musical. I can't think of what it was either.
But I enjoy that, and it's just that the fact that he's watching it not knowing what it is, and he's just fascinated by it. And I think if we all had, we all sometimes lose that fascination with things, and it's just fun to watch. So
that's very deep, Chase.
Thank you.
Yes.
I know the first podcast I'm cussing and swearing and talking about balls and poo and masturbating fatties, and now I'm just like I'm getting very deep. Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, what? Yeah, what was that? Like, what?
That was in his head.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
That was the other me.
All right.
The other method. All right, so mine's kind of shorter than probably everybody else is going to be, but WALL-E's my choice. So, Michael, I guess we'll get back to you.
Sure. The movie that I could watch again and again came out in 1938 in my younger days.
When he was just a sperm.
When I was just a baby. It's called Bringing Up Baby. It's with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn.
Love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of the 4 movies that they made together. Sylvia Scarlett, Holiday, and The Philadelphia Story are the other 3. But it's about Grant plays a zoologist. He's working on finishing his brontosaurus skeleton, and he's about to get married. And his museum sends him to meet with the lawyer because they're trying to get a grant for $1 million grant for the hospital. So he goes to this meeting and he meets Katharine Hepburn's character, and then it all just goes downhill from there. But I think it's funnier than just about everything that's come out now. The jokes still hold up well, and I found some interesting facts. I won't bore everybody with them, but
Michael, how dare you talk about your movie on a movie podcast?
Facts.
I know.
I won't bore you.
Yeah, but now if it's like the janitor playing that day.
But the baby in the title is a leopard, and the one Katharine Hepburn comes into possession of it, and in real life she loved it, and she was really good with it. And the trainer said that she could be an animal trainer if she did if her movie career didn't work out.
And they've been devastated ever since that news.
Right. But actually, Cary Grant hated it. He hated it so much that she put a stuffed leopard in a vent in his dressing room, and he ran out.
Oh my god!
Because he was so scared.
That's why their chemistry was so good.
Yeah, and they used split screen technology. So when they had to have a shot of him and the leopard in the same shot, he refused to do it. So they came up with filming the scene with him and the leopard in it, but split screen. So back then they were doing stuff like that. So
for the time period, that's really clever for that time. So
yeah,
and it looked good. I mean, I wouldn't have known that.
And it's also considered to be the first movie to use the word gay, as it is commonly known as today. And it kind of went over the censor's head because they thought he just meant
happy,
crazy, or happy, or whatever. But that's
have a gay old time.
And but unfortunately, it did horrible at the box office. And Hepburn, she was labeled box office poison because it did so bad. And she ended up buying out her contract because they wanted her to do all these movies that she wasn't interested in doing. So she bought her contract out so she could do what she wanted. And it wasn't until she did the Philadelphia Story, that other Cary Grant movie, that she shook that label off and became famous again.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I've seen it one time, but I saw it the same year that I saw Casablanca and Singing in the Rain and the James Dean movies. And,
Rebel Without a Cause.
Yeah, Rebel Without a Cause. All those, because I was in that visual media class my freshman year of high school, and we watched all those. All year. We also watched, that Blue Hawaii or Christmas from
the
Elvis one? Yeah, and so that's the only one that I can't own.
I've never seen never seen an Elvis movie.
Really?
No.
It's like watching a music video, but for 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't think I can do
He
that.
wanted so bad to be a movie star.
He tried.
It's very sad.
I'll have a failed career.
But it's in black and white. But please don't let that scare you. It's
I love black and white. I love black and white movies.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Which means all of you do too. Like, if I love it, you love it.
It takes a special black and white movie. Psycho, I love.
I was say again, horror fan. So Psycho, Birds.
Yes.
Any Alfred Hitchcock, The Mist. If you do the black and white version.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
We're referencing a lot of podcasts once. See, we're Easter egging.
That's right.
For future and past.
And they have to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah.
So you can remember everything.
I want to be 3 hours of your day. Whether it be you watching a video on the channel or listening to the podcast, I will be your day.
Yes.
Okay, so anything else, Mike?
No, that's it.
If you could sell that movie in one word, what would you say?
Shit.
But you said it was a good movie, Michael. You lied to all the viewers.
That's not on his printout.
Don't put it on the spot. If it's not on my paper,
movie,
if it's not on my paper, I can't read from the chase. Don't you know that?
Balls.
I would say funny.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Yes, funny.
Bringing up baby is funny. All right, so Starla, what do you got? All right, that's all we got. Caitlin, you're up there. All right, Starla, get on it.
The 1995 classic Casino.
Not Casino Royale.
No, God. It's okay. I love scary movies, but right up there with them is gangster movies. I love gangster movies. And Casino, and I'm going to date myself a little bit here, but I was 18 when it came out, and not anyone I knew wanted to see Casino, so I saw it alone in the theater, and it's so fantastic. I saw it based on a VH1 special they had on all the music of Casino.
Version 1? What is that?
I know, but I was young when I was watching it, so it's okay. But, I mean, the music is great because it's set predominantly in the 70s. I love Sharon Stone. I don't care. I know that everyone is like...
So let me ask you something. Do you care?
I don't care. Because people all the time they say she's nutty buckets and all that. I don't care.
She showed her hootie for a movie.
I don't care.
Lady bits.
I love Basic Instinct as well, but I chose Casino because it proves that she is actually a wonderful actress. She is so good.
She got nominated,
She had
right?
an Oscar nod on this one. I mean, fantastic. And then it all went away.
I feel like Sharon Stone was just playing Sharon Stone. Between all the pills and alcohol abuse and smoking.
But
I think she was just...
so great.
Isn't she a Mensa member too?
Yes, she's very smart.
Very smart. And diabetic.
No, well, that's up for grabs. Because some
they found a cure for that,
that's
Michael, didn't they tell you?
Oh, no.
And some say it isn't. So, don't know.
And I feel betrayed.
You do feel betrayed. But I'm telling you, this is...
Everyone listening is like, what the hell is going on? They're like, what did we just stop into? This was a podcast about movies, and now it's about their lives.
No, it's about health.
It's so fantastic.
Eat apples.
Because it's... And I made sure I'm saying this correctly, which kind of makes me a little sad
it's
that I had to.
Casino.
No. Scorsese.
Oh.
Casio.
Yeah, Castillo. Scorsese.
How do you say it?
Scorsese.
Okay.
Scorsese.
That's how he
Martin
says
Scorsese.
it.
I've been saying it wrong then.
Yeah.
Scorsese.
I'm Sassy.
Sassy.
No.
And you know it.
I know
this is Scorsese pre DiCaprio, which I'm very happy about, because even though Leonardo DiCaprio is fantastic, he is, always kind of a little boy to me. So it's difficult for me to see him as a muse for some of the movies that he's been in, even though he's done wonderful. So this is back in the day when it was Joe Pesci, it was Robert De Niro. It was just these great ensemble casts in this rise and fall of gangsters in Las Vegas, in the time when Las Vegas was more about gambling and all the dirty nastiness that it needed to be about, and not this weird mix of legalized prostitution and Disney. It's a very weird mix.
And old people on vacay.
Yes, it's very strange out there
too.
now.
Really? Yeah, at the very end.
But I love movies where it's all wonderful and it just goes to hell because of the character's own faults, and it's not one character's problem, it's all their problems combined that create the issue. And it's narrated because, that is how it's done. That's how it was done in Goodfellas. It's fantastic. And so you can enjoy it just hearing it, or you can enjoy watching it.
Explain what you mean by that, Sarah.
But you can...
No,
that.
I mean, because when she's supposed to be working, she's listening to...
No, this is at home.
Oh, okay, heard.
Yeah. Put it on, do a little housework.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
I've got it permanently on my DVR. I can fall asleep listening to it. It's just like a lullaby. It's just like my mother's kiss on my cheek. It just gently.
Except it's Martin Scorsese.
Yes.
Saying fucking her here.
Yeah. Well, not so much him.
That was more Joe Pesci.
I mean, and it's beautiful. I mean, the shots in it, the lighting in it. He directs your eye and directs the action with using spotlights, and you don't even realize he's doing it. And there's just little flashes of light on things. It's so beautiful.
No, Casino. I mean, if you think about how beautiful Las Vegas already is, for the most part, you take the hookers out of it, and it's very nice to look at.
Leave the hookers.
Oh, leave the hookers. And then it's very nice to look at, but then you, like you said, you grab some of those lightings and things like that, and you can really bring out the good in that and make it into a really awesome looking movie. So
yeah.
And it has the single best last line of any movie ever. I don't even want to hear any debate.
Casablanca?
Yeah, Casablanca.
No.
Casablanca has a good one.
Everybody talks about that, and it is fantastic. But the line in Casino is so wonderful.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know if I should share it, but it's so fantastic.
You can share it if you want to.
It doesn't give anything away.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't give away what good movie it is. It just
it's ridiculous, but that's that. It's such a fantastic line because there's been so many times in my life when that is the summation. You can't come up with it was all bad, it was all good. It's just and that's that. And that is his telling of his story. These are the facts. This is how it went down. What can he do about it? And that's that. And then it's followed by just beautiful music, and it's just some of my happiest and saddest moments could be just encapsulated in that moment where he says, and that's that, and the music plays. So it's fantastic. Casino is fantastic. It's 3 hours that flies by, I'm telling you.
And that's that. No, Casino's a good movie. Caitlin, you haven't seen Casino yet, because we showed you, because she got to show you Goodfellas. Mm-hmm. We haven't got Casino. Casino is
Goodfellas is good, but Casino is a lot better.
It's better. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You have to show me.
Yes, I will definitely show you.
Are you hitting on her?
Yes.
You have to show me sometime.
You want to come over and see my Casino?
Oh, and that's that.
Yeah, bring your money.
Yeah. If you gamble on me, you're gonna win.
That's true.
Bet on white.
Yeah. Oh, once you go. Oh, never mind.
I guess.
Yeah. Once you go red, I don't know. Yeah. All right, so and the finale.
Oh my God.
The grand
the
finale.
one.
So we have them
the grand finale.
Like they're adult movies, and then
we didn't say anything about
adult movies that then grow. Okay,
Backdoor Sluts 9.
No, they're grown up. And Chase picked Wally, and mine is a kid movie as well.
It's all right.
It's Wally 2.
This is one that I've loved since I was like 2 years old. Pooh's Grand Adventure, as in Winnie the Pooh.
not Harold Pooh.
For you guys. Just to clarify.
Harold Pooh and the Crazy Six.
I'm going with this one because this is one that no matter how many times I watch it, I've watched it my whole life, and it still makes me happy every time. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love all the characters. And this is a movie I've driven everyone in my family crazy with, having to rewind for me when I was little. I just love it. Everything they say in there makes me happy. His friendship with Christopher Robin makes me happy. It's all just fantastic.
That's the best reason to love a movie.
Yeah.
Because it always makes you happy.
Because it makes you happy. If you can watch a movie, everyone in this room loves movies, and if you can watch one and it make you happy while watching it, like Casino or whatever, then you've done well. You have a good life, I think, if you can just watch a movie and be happy doing it.
That's what they should do.
Because it's just, and she's not lying, by the way. Like, we went on the hunt for this Pooh's Grand Adventure. This was like
never found
4 months ago. We went on a hunt for this movie.
We never found it, and I realized my family had it on DVD, and I didn't know, so I took it from them. Because I thought we only ever had it on VHS, and I was wrong. It was that long ago. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I was so happy when I found it.
And your mom wept heavily. She's like, no.
No, I had to battle my little sisters for it to see if I could take it, but I was like, no, I don't care. This was mine. It's always been mine.
What's mine is mine.
I'm the king.
I'm the king.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Anything else? Okay, if you could sell Pooh's Grand Adventure in one word, what would it be?
Fantastic.
Superb.
Superless.
Jubilee. Okay, Starla, I didn't ask you this. If you could sell Casino in one word, what would it be? PG, please.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, that takes away the best word.
Yeah, that takes away like 200 of the words.
Yeah.
It's epic.
Epic's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You feel sad that you didn't say that.
I was thinking about one for Wally, and epic and shit and poopery came into mind, but look at she's like poopery.
Come on, you have to say one word.
Okay, if I had to say one word to describe Wally, genuine.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, good too.
It's very genuine in that movie, and it describes the entire movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I haven't seen anything like it.
Y'all didn't think I was ready. Y'all didn't think I was listening, were you?
That's why you made all of us answer.
Yeah, I let y'all go first. I'm like, what can I say? Crap.
Yeah. Secret's out.
Nah. But, so yeah, anything else before we start to get to our closing words?
I didn't write any closing words down.
Damn it, Michael, that's on page 2. I gave you the memo.
I apologize, the answer for this one wasn't very long. That sums it up.
You have to say we have
That's all there is to it.
Pooh's Grand Adventure, Christopher Robin?
No, I'm not going to sit there and describe the storyline. If you are interested, go watch it yourself. It's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
She doesn't want to take the time to say anything
that's
about
not
this
true.
movie. You peasants out there.
That's not true. It's just...
You simple folk.
Words cannot describe how fantastic it is.
Okay.
All right.
That's better.
That's a little different.
Yeah. Your dull minds couldn't handle Pooh's Grand Adventure.
You don't deserve my time.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, thank you guys for listening. This was another fun one to do. Of course, we've been planning kind of weeks ahead of time for things to talk about. To give us time to talk, like, Caitlin over here, who just loves to talk. We can't get her to stop talking. So, yes, thank you guys again for listening. Give this video a thumbs up, spread the word, and I hope you enjoy it. And any final words, guys?
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
Bye.
Get out of my house. Oh my gosh. All right, thank you guys. And of course, make sure you spread the word and get everyone else to listen. Because Starla and Michael won't keep doing these unless you bring them $10,000 tomorrow, or they're going to kill me. Please. Thank you guys, and we will see you next week for Down to Movies number 3.